Hello everyone and welcome to today's yoga video. This is yin and restorative for your hips. How are you? So nice to see you. If you have 2 blocks, a bolster, and a blanket for today's class, please pause the video, go and get them, or something similar. And we'll start by sitting up high, nice and tall. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go with a sigh. Arriving in the room. And starting today's practice with a box breath. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Continue on your own time. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Let it go. In. And exhale. Setting an intention that you can carry through your practice today. And rolling off of whatever you've been sitting on, finding all fours. Shoulders over top of the wrists, hips above your knees. Move through cat-cow, inhaling. Drop your belly, let your tail, heart, and gaze lift. Exhale as you press the mat away round through your spine. And then there's freedom here to do whatever feels really, really nice in your body. Move intuitively, move fluidly and with breath. It can be barrel rolls. It could be taking the hips from side to side. You could be flowing in and out of child's pose, just really listening to your body. And then start to find some stillness in your body. And moving with intention and moving with breath, we'll take it into our first yin pose, extending that right leg long. Toes stay on the mat, just kind of seesaw forward and backward a little bit, stretching through the back of the right leg. And then bring your right foot to the top of your mat, planting your right foot beside your right pinky finger on the outside of your right hand. And we're setting up for lizard here. You can stay on your hands. You could drop down to forearms, either on your blocks or your bolster. Making sure that your knee, ankle, and toes of the right leg are all pointing in the same direction. And if you've gone for the variation where you sort of wing the knee out to the side, make sure that that action is happening through the hip joint and that you have no pain, twisting, torquing in the right knee. And we'll be here for a few breaths. This is a yin shape, so finding your pose and staying there, breathing into where you feel sensation, breathing into your belly, breathing in your intention and exhaling to let go of everything that is not serving you here in this moment. A few more cycles of breath here. Begin to deepen your breath. Then if you're on your forearms, come back up onto your hands, hands on the blocks or the bolster. Very gently carry your right leg back so that you're in all fours and move through a cat-cow, or again, any of that sort of intuitive fluid movement that feels nice in your body. And then you'll extend your left leg long, keeping your toes on the mat and sort of just, again, seesawing back and forth, feeling a little stretch through the back of the left leg before bringing your left foot to the outside of your left hand, making sure left knee, ankle, toes are all in one straight line, and maybe coming down onto forearms. You can close your eyes here. That's what I like to do. And we're creating a lot of opening space through the hips, through the pelvis, which can bring up so much emotion. I give you permission to feel it. Breathe here and be here and try not to float away, even though it's uncomfortable. Few more cycles of breath. Slowly come back onto your hands. Gently, carefully take your left leg back, stacking your left hip over top of your left knee. You're in all fours. Again, any sort of intuitive movement here. And then we're going to set up for pigeon. So making sure you have anything you might need. Once again, you're going to extend that right leg back behind you and then scoot your right knee to behind your right wrist. Take your left leg back just a little bit, and then I'd like to hug my inner thighs together. Inhale, lift my chest, take that one big breath upright, and then exhale, folding forward. I'm here hugging a bolster that feels really restorative and comfortable for me in this rather uncomfortable position. It might feel nice and supportive to take your blanket or your block and place it underneath the right seat if it's elevated. And a friendly reminder here that if you have any pain at all in your right knee, to take more of a 90-90 shape, or you could take a figure 4 lying down your back or seated on your bottom. Once you've found your shape, really softening through your face, your jaw, your third eye center. And staying connected to the intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of your practice. Slowly beginning to deepen your breath. And then you will gently bring your palms in, plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to all fours. And once again, taking any shapes that feel good to open up or wiggle out through the hips. Before moving on to your left side, that left leg will extend long. Then you'll slide your left knee to the outside of your left wrist. Scooching the right leg back a bit, hugging your inner thighs together, inhaling to lift your chest, and then exhale as you fold forward. You can see a little bit more on this side. My left seat is quite elevated. I personally prefer it kind of floating out in space than tucking a block underneath, but you are more than welcome to support that hip if you're in the same situation I'm in here. And be mindful that you might have differences between the sides, including differences in pain in the knee. So if you feel any pain at all in your left side, even if it wasn't present in the right, take one of your variations, 90-90, figure 4. And since you know you're going to be here for a short while, try to once again breathe in your intention. Exhale what is not serving you at this moment. And try to stay here in your body, on the mat, and in the room, even though you are feeling uncomfortable. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Your hands will plant underneath your shoulders. You'll press yourself up to all fours and take the hips from side to side or anything that feels good. And then I'm taking my blocks beside my feet. Tuck your toes, lift your hips back and up to downward facing dog, just enough that you can start to walk your hands back towards your feet so you're forward folding at the back of your mat. Bend your knees generously. Bring your blocks underneath your hands. They can be quite high, they could be quite low. It doesn't really matter. I want you to make sure that your hands are touching something. And you don't need to have perfectly straight legs. This is a yin style forward fold. The crown of your head hangs really heavy. Your entire upper body weighing so heavy as you fold forward. The crown of your head, your arms, they are all heavy, heavy, heavy. Let it all go. Begin to deepen your breath. Gently move your blocks off to the side. And you'll very gently, with bent knees, crawl yourself forward to downward facing dog and softly bring your knees to the mat right away. Once again, any sort of movement in figure four, in all fours, that feels really nice to bring some just gentle movement back into your body. Now come down to seated, swinging your legs off to one side, and extend your legs out long, so you're in a wide-legged shape. I'm using both of my blocks and my bolster here. Stacking blocks on top of one another, and you can sort of mix and match how tall you want to be. And take your hands behind you, roll your shoulders back, inhale, find length through your spine, and then exhale as you fold forward, giving that bolster a little squeeze. So once again, you could do this with a pillow from your bed. You might not need all of the lift that I have. I'm quite propped up, but that was what felt best in my body today. I would like for you to keep your legs relatively externally rotated at the hip. So thinking about pointing your toes up towards the sky. But still really, really choosing to let go here. Where you are connected to the earth or to the bolster or to a block, really let it all go. Noticing if you're clenching through your jaw. Soften. Noticing if your mind has begun to wander. Gently bring it back. Back to your breath or back to that intention that you set for yourself. Last few cycles of breath here. Slowly, slowly begin to deepen your breath. And then walk your hands back towards your thighs. Press yourself up to seated. You can use your hands underneath your knees to place the soles of your feet on the mat. Take your hands behind you and then just start to windshield wiper out your legs. Take that bolster off to the side. We're setting up for a more restorative hip opener. So bolster will come to your lower back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall wide apart. Take your hands beside your bolster behind you. You're going to pick up your hips, lift your hips, lengthen your tail towards your heels. Take your blocks underneath your knees and then slowly, slowly roll down onto your back. If you have a blanket, it feels really, really lovely to unfold it and add a little bit of extra pressure. It's very, very slight, but to the pelvis. It just feels nice to keep your pelvis warm and open. We are here for a little while. So softening wherever possible. Keeping your awareness in the room, on your mat, and in your body. Breathing deeply into your stomach, filling up with breath, and exhaling to let everything else go. Our next shape is our final shape of the practice, Shavasana. You are more than welcome to stay in this shape, Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly pose, if you are enjoying the opening through your hips, if you're enjoying the wee back bend, and this is where you would like to end. If and when you are ready to move into a more traditional Shavasana, begin by deepening your breath. You'll allow your deepened breath to inspire small movements through your fingers and through your toes. Stay mindful. You are elevated on a bolster. Use your hands to guide your knees closed like a book. Place the soles of your feet on the mat. gently come up to seating so that you can take your blocks and your bolster out of the way before lowering very slowly, calmly down onto your back for your final shape, Shavasana. If you'd like, I took my bolster underneath my knees and kept my blanket on my pelvis. That felt super supportive in my body. So I recommend that if you like a little bit of additional support as well. You are more than welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you would like to. Once again, if and when you are ready to move on, slowly begin to deepen your breath and allow your deepened breath to inspire small movements through your fingers and toes. You can give your head a little shake from side to side. You might point through your toes, reach your arms up overhead, let your lower back lift, and then bend into one knee and then the other and place the soles of your feet on the mat. Use your hands to guide your knees closed like a book if you're still in reclined cobbler's pose. Stay cautious if you are elevated as you roll over onto the side of your choosing. In this class, maybe your left side. And then press yourself up to into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Come back to the intention you set for yourself at the beginning of your practice. One final time, take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Namaste.